and hit go live, and we're gonna rock and roll.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're here live on YouTube Live. Of course, I'm Ray, and we had to create a new stream. I apologize. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty. What I was trying to do was I was trying to configure it to where you could see me, and once Matt gets here, where you could see Matt as well, but also see Socrates through my phone. But for some reason, it fucked the last stream up, so I quickly added it to our website as the newest link. So, we're starting a little bit early. The one, the only Socrates is back. So for those of you, Socrates is right there. Make sure you say hello to the one and only Socrates as he's here, in the flesh. So Socrates, what we're going to do real quick, of course, everybody's kind of a little bit in the know of what happened to you. As we know, and of course, Anna Foxxx, she's going to be joining us here probably around 7:30 or so. So if we can't finish this story, there's a lot to it. Make sure you stick till the end for us to finish the rest of the story. But Socrates basically explained to everybody, I went through the whole thing of when we tried to go to the game. Well, we'll start it off with the thing of we were supposed to go to the Orioles game at the end of April. I think it was April. Miguel Cabrera's final game. So I went to your game. You hadn't slept for like 4 days. You took a bunch of pills. I go there. You're like completely fucking incoherent. And it's like, Socrates. I end up calling the ambulance because you can't stand, you're incoherent, you can't talk. So I'm like, what the fuck? So the fucking the paramedics and the cops are looking at me like, obviously I'm your dealer. They're like, this guy wants him to survive because this is his dealer. And me having to tell those fucks that your legal name was fucking Socrates, yeah, that's a whole thing all on its own.
Was John Doe.
Yeah, explaining to people that you legally changed your name to fucking Socrates. Yeah. So you go to the hospital for that, you get out, and then after you got out of the hospital, what pretty much led to the train incident?
The rumors of my demise were greatly exaggerated. Oh, well, a couple of days later, old priest decided it's a big idea to jump off a bridge. And, I thought I was going to go to the afterlife and working back to Chris Benoit and fuck Katie Grove and do all this bullshit. But instead, no, I just splattered on the ground.
Yeah.
And as you referenced, I was about as close to the train tracks right now as I am to you.
Yeah.
So I'm laying there.
And trains are wide. Trains are really fucking wide.
They are. So I'm laying there. I was in a little bit of pain, I'm not going to lie. And I hear the whistle coming. And I said, well, you know what? This thing's going to run me over and finish me off, or the guy's going to see me and call for help. But either way, it's going to be better than laying there for the next 12 hours.
Yeah.
Because, I did shatter half of my fucking body. But yeah, the guy stops, and I hear the train start slowing down as he gets past me, and I hear the guy on the phone with 911. He says, "We got a guy laying here next to the tracks. I think he's still alive." So
didn't he say he thought you were alive because your eyes were open?
I think that's what he said.
Here's the thing, and I told you this before.
People's eyes are open when they're dead.
When people die, their eyes are open.
Right,
so what they have to do is they have to close your fucking eyes.
Right.
They have to close your eyes
right.
so people don't see your fucking dead ass
right.
eyes. When so him saying, "Oh, his eyes are open," I think he might be still alive. Kind of contradicts the whole thing of you being dead. Okay. And Matt's here now too. But no, like so all right. So you get hit, you get ran over by, you jump off the overpass, the train like kind of runs over you. The guy thinks that you're alive because your eyes are open when they normally close eyelids. When so where does it go from there?
He probably saw me riding around in pain a little bit too. So the cop comes.
Here, man, if you want to slide in
real
quick.
He gives me the most relieving shot of fentanyl right up my nose.
Oh,
Jesus. So they had to get like a fucking sling and lower it down because The area.
Oh, you gotta take like the little sling. Oh,
Yeah.
did they fly a little bit with you, or did they take you right up?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Like that'd be great if they like
They
just
gotta
come up
be
and you were
something right
hanging
up,
and you were
yeah.
just dangling in the air like,
Yeah,
"Ah!"
'cause the area is kind of remote, so they had to look back up to the bridge where the ambulance was. So they take me in, and I don't know if you've ever had to have the pleasure of getting a catheter in,
No.
but
I
here's the
have.
thing. Here's the thing. I
Uh-huh.
jump off a fucking bridge, and then I go to the hospital. Like, all right, we're gonna do surgery right now. We got to stick a tube in your dick hole.
Oh no.
Even with the fentanyl in me, I felt that shit.
Oh.
So they did the spinal surgery as soon as I got there. And then the next day they waited and they did the elbow surgery. So I got the Lex Luger now. We can put that on camera. I got the Lex Luger, brother.
Oh, so you
Got
can give people
yeah,
the
I got the
steel
steel
forearm.
plates and screws right there. So they gave me the Luger the next day. I also broke my pelvis and my foot.
Oh, Jesus.
We didn't even operate on that though. Yeah. We've spent enough money operating on this guy.
God, see, like, dude, so you were in the hospital. So the last I saw, literally the last anybody saw you, you did the podcast with me. The guest was Sarah St. Clair. That was the guest. That's how long ago it was. It was like mid-April. And you, like, literally the first I saw you, the first time I saw you was today. We've been in contact, but the first that I have seen you was today. So, bro, that is insane. And of course, everybody saw, if you follow us on social media or you went to our website, you saw the image I had of Socrates, and it said Socrates returns with the train behind him or whatever, and all that shit.
I was going off the rails on a crazy train.
So yeah, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spin this around here. Anna Foxxx is in the room. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna admit Anna Foxxx, and we're going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling. Matt, what I tried to do, the reason
we got a cliffhanger.
We're going to, we'll finish the story after we're done with Anna. But the reason why my text was all disheveled is because if you see that the cord's right there, I tried to do it to where I pulled up Zoom on here. There was Psychro could sit there and you can also see Psychro, but it glitched and I had to create a new stream and like all that bullshit. So yeah, it was kind of a nightmare getting it set up. But let me go ahead and admit, I think it's Anna Foxxx instead of Anna. So let me, but no, like, so what we're going to do real quick is, of course, our new featured beer. So our new featured beer is by Key Brewing. Shout out to Key Brewing. That's right down in Dundalk, Maryland, right up the road from us. And it's called let's see, it's called Young Buck.
It's a super kick party in your mouth.
Yeah, it's Young Buck lager.
It's a very elite beer.
And it's a part of the Celestial series. So and of course our ratings for beer are based off of description, can, you know, all that shit, and taste.
Artwork.
So artwork.
Next week are we gonna have the Kenny Omega beer?
So I like to say, and of course everybody heard the story. I told the story actually when Sarah St. Clair was on of the goat that we got and turned loose on my buddy's house. So, you know, that's a plus with that. I don't know. I think it tastes good. I like the artwork. Not really much of a description. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 from just the general overall taste and, you know, all that stuff. So make sure you go out, you know, Key Brewing. If you're local, go out, hit up Key Brewing. If you're visiting Maryland, go visit Key Brewing. Try yourself some Young Buck, or they might be able to deliver it to you on their website. So go over to their website, see if they have it, you know, for sale on the website.
Dave Meltzer gave it 5 stars.
He would give it 5 stars.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna rate it. Haven't quite made up my decision
You're
yet.
like, I haven't made my decision up yet. But what we're going to do is, Matt, of course, last week we had a new featured shot. You were not here for that. So we released the graphic with my rating. So we're going to get your rating now. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick now and knock that out of the way. Our new current featured shot is none other than Crown Royal Vanilla. So make sure you go out, grab the Crown Royal Vanilla, and there's Anna right there in the room. So once we get done with our featured shot, we're going to go ahead and hop right into the shenanigans with her. So here we go, and in time old tradition, pour this over the laptop and pray for the best, because that's just the way this gimmick ended up working. So there you go. So there's that, and Matt, we'll go ahead and I got the lid right here. So
Oh God, I'm just reading.
You're like, yeah, leave me alone. I'm just reading the label, damn it.
Well, I had to rush here in the storm that was brewing outside. So
Oh yeah, that's right. It's getting ready to storm outside. So
no, it is storming.
oh, it is storming. Okay,
Yes.
I can't hear anything down in this bunker. So
Bunker.
yeah, so there we go. And make sure you go out and get some Crown Royal Vanilla. Of course, my rating solid 9 out of 10. I've always liked Crown Royal Vanilla. Pairs well with Coke Vanilla and Coke Zero. So shout out to Crown Royal Vanilla. And of course, Anna is here in the room. Anna, it's saying that here, let me see. Get your sound. There we go. Anna, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good,
Hello.
good. Is it Anna or is it Anna?
Anna.
Anna. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, I think it's Anna. I'm gonna say Anna because I'm gonna get it wrong, and I ended up fucking getting it wrong anyways.
Anna it just sounds fancy, so it's a fancy name.
So Anna, how are things? And of course, you have a scene coming out. I think what is it next Saturday, the 21st? I think it is. It's a Barbie scene, Barbie theme scene that's on your OnlyFans. How? Tell us about that because I'm super intrigued. Of course, the Barbie movie is coming out, and you're doing a scene based around that. It's all lesbian scene, I believe, all girl scene. How did that come to be, and how was it filming something like that?
Oh my God. Well, I don't know. I've always been a fan of Barbie. My brother's G.I. Joes used to always kick my Ken dolls' butts. So when I heard that the Barbie movie was coming out, I was like, oh, fucking cool. I love Barbie. And then somebody was like, you're a porn Barbie. You should just you should just fuck as Barbie. And I was like, okay, that's a great idea. And there was enough time that I could plan it. So I ended up getting 20 freaking Barbies to show up and fuck me. Yeah, it was intense. I didn't think I was going to get many because it's hard to get people to get out of bed and do stuff. But yeah, I had 20 Barbies show up. We filmed 5 scenes for the Barbie movie. So it was a lot of fun, but a lot of stress. I've never had 20 people available to fuck me.
Now, were they all different Barbies? Like Barbies have all kinds of different things that have come out over the years. Were they all different ones? Like what Barbies ended up showing up? Like it's almost like a Taylor Swift concert. Everybody shows up dressed up like a different fucking Taylor Swift reference because my wife's a Swiftie. That's how I know all about this. But like, so what kind of Barbies showed up? For the shoot?
It was really cute. I had I had 2 classic the black and white bikini Barbies. I had a holiday Barbie. There was a lifeguard Barbie. I was astronaut Barbie. There was Hawaiian Barbie. We had a few skippers. Everybody just took their own personality and created a Barbie. So we had some yoga Barbies too. It was really cute seeing everybody dressed up in their own version of Barbie. We had some cowboy Barbies. We just had a whole bunch of fucking everybody went all out.
I was telling somebody this at work earlier because I was telling them that you were going to be on the show and you had the Barbie scene coming up. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to steal my cousin's Barbies, and not because I wanted to play with Barbies, but because I pretty much passed them around to all of my wrestling figures. They ended up being the girls that the wrestling figures had sex with. So it was first all the NWO had her, and then all the Generation X had her, and then it just constantly went around. And I think the storylines that I gave for the fuck Barbie were better than the wrestler storylines I gave to the wrestling figures.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been there. I've had my Barbies hump all kinds of other toys, like the little toy soldier dudes. You could get one and fuck those guys too.
Yeah, I had them bang the Power Rangers.
Oh
I
yeah,
think everyone has done with Barbies.
and of course, Anna, you have OnlyFans, so
I do.
The whole different world. Like OnlyFans, you don't even need to be under a label anymore, pretty much with OnlyFans. This scene is coming out exclusively to your OnlyFans, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so with OnlyFans, of course, you get a lot of requests. So what's the wildest requests that you've gotten?
Besides the ones that are extremely far out there, do you shit on yourself? No, I don't shit on myself. I'm an adult.
Wait, when you shit on yourself, what do they mean? Because really, there's no way you can actually physically shit on yourself.
Oh, right.
You would have to shit, catch, and then wipe
Trust
somewhere.
me, Ray. There's a way.
I don't get the shit one. I don't know. I don't even read. Once I see the word shit, I just close it. No, I don't.
That's the guy was from Germany that requested that.
No, I once had a guy that does poetry want me to write one of his full poems all over my body, and masturbate while I'm reading the poem. And I can't, like, I have one good hand to write. I can't, like, blah blah blah. You know, like, no, yeah.
You end up, for all the wrestling fans out there, she ends up looking like Hakushi before the scene's over with.
It was a hopeless romantic.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Just imagine, like, that guy was just locked and loaded, ready to go. You reading his poetry.
For the record, it wasn't me.
Yeah. Socrates is big in poetry, and like fucked up poetry at that. Like, I'm glad she didn't write one of your poems on there, because your poems are all fucked up and sad. Like, Jesus Christ. So, and you can't see him on the screen. Normally, like, I tried to fuck around before we went on to try to get my phone to also show up for Zoom so you can see him, because he has like an eye problem. The computer screen hurts his eyes. This is his first time back since April. Before you came on, we're going to finish the story once we wrap with you a little bit later. But he pretty much was in the hospital for 3 months because he jumped off of an overpass and got ran over by a train, and he's alive. My God, he's fucking alive. And walking and talking and is absolutely fine. So, yeah. So, yeah. So fun stuff. So, Anna, with being in the industry, have you sustained any injuries? Like, have you like woke up the next day and you're like, what the fuck did I do to myself? Or did you have something that was like almost instant injury wise?
I think the most dramatic injury I got while doing porn is nerve damage. There's always like the sore throat that you forgot that you were sucking dick, and you're like, oh, am I sucking? But nerve damage was way more intense. I got it, but I kind of gave it to myself. I was doing a BDSM scene for kink where they tie you up and like they suspend you, and they're like, if your hands or anything goes numb, let us know. And my hands went numb, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I was like, this is kind of like The Stranger. Like, if I have a numb hand, I won't be able to feel it, you know? So I didn't listen to their rules and let my hand go numb. And then by the end of the scene, like my whole thigh was numb, like one of my arms was numb. And it stayed that way for like a few months. And you have to get electroshock therapy for it. And my electrotherapist was really flirting with me. So it was a very interesting situation. We'll do it again.
And of course, we're here live on YouTube, 100% live. That's how we do our show each and every week. Me with my pro wrestling background, I would not have it any other way. And of course, for those of you in the stream, feel free to comment any questions, any comments you have. I go back to the stream very often. Of course, Jason Rushman said he loves your top. You look very beautiful, Anna. So, and for everybody in the stream, we're going to need you guys' help later, because of course, our game Superfight that we're going to play later is decided by everybody in the stream. So make sure if you're watching in the stream, you know, we'll use that a little bit later on. So what we're going to do, of course, Anna, this, and you may, Erica may have told you, this isn't like your typical podcast question answer type show. We have like all kinds of different gimmicks and shit like that we do on the show. So the first one, and I forgot all about it on Sunday, but I found a list of 800 terms for the penis. And we went through the first 5 last Friday. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into the second 5. They're in alphabetical order.
There was a lot.
And yeah, so number 6 through 10. So the first one is baby maker. Of course, everybody knows baby maker. That's pretty common. And then the next one is baguette. I don't think I've ever, like,
well, that's like a French.
Yeah,
I guess. I've never referred to my penis as a baguette.
I got a nice baguette.
Yeah, I got a baguette for you. And then the next one is the Bald Avenger. Like, I feel like that's like some sort of like weird Marvel porn parody name, like the Bald Avenger.
I think I might get that one.
And then next is the ball-headed giggle stick. So
that's my new one. That is my penis right now.
Why are they all balls?
Yeah, it's
bald-headed giggle.
Bald-headed giggle stick.
Like
So Anna, imagine this. You're OnlyFans. Someone's just like, yeah, tell me you want to see me stroke my ball-headed giggle stick. Like, are you laughing instantly at that point? Like, I don't think I will be able to keep a straight face typing now. Like, I just
no, like some people, they do have like funny terms like that. Like my customs get specific, and I have like a whole 30 minutes of like roasting them or kind of like talking shit or just giggling about the bald-headed giggle stick or whatever, like before I like myself to be serious. Because I can't like you gotta giggle about it. You can't just go like this. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I need like a shot or like a few minutes. So you know.
And then, of course, the last one for this week is the Bollywhacker. So the Bollywhacker. So I guess if someone so Anna, have you ever done like any like kind of dominatrix type stuff where you smack somebody's balls? Like that's kind of like a Bollywhacker at that point. Like you're just crushing the nuts down. So
I have crushed a few sets of testicles, and it's still like I still can't. I'm happy that the camera's like on their nuts because as I'm doing it, I'm like.
Well, she's not the first. It's like, but why do you want that? But okay, that's what you want.
So So when you do the ball crushing, do you use the same tool every time, or is it like a request thing? Like does someone go, I want you just to my nuts with your hand?
The foot. You usually just stomp on it with the foot.
Oh, is it like a heel chew?
I use the foot. I don't use the heel. I'm not really trying to injure people. Even if they like, I've had people that are like, "No, fuck me up," and I'm like, "No,
no, I'm not going to."
Expensive Kaiser insurances, no.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid that like. Like if something like that happens, that your testicle literally just explodes. Like you ever see like something explode in a Tupperware dish in like the microwave? Like I feel like that's what the testicles do when you stomp on them like that. Like it makes me hurt. I thought the worst thing I ever had happen was in a wrestling match. Sometimes your balls rest on your thigh. And then you'll take a move and your legs will slam shut and you'll crush your own balls. And I thought that was one of the worst things I've had happen.
It's tough having balls.
But but that
when Jesse Jane kicked me in the nuts. That was
Socrates off screen here. We had Jessie Jane kick him in the nuts, and she was wearing like witch boots that night when she did it. So so and of course you have a scene called Vigilante City. How's Vigilante City? Like I feel like it's a bunch of like just maybe like hot women like you dressed up like Batman that are vigilantes just going, I'm Batman, and just tying people up and doing whatever you want to them. Tell us about Vigilante City.
Vigilante City was like really fucking hilarious because the director asked me if I could do stunts and I thought he meant sucking dick. So I said, yeah.
Wait, I need a stunt double for sucking dick? Like I don't understand.
It's dangerous, it's a dangerous job. So I thought that's what he meant. But no, like there was like no stunts. Like I had to learn how to hold a gun. I had to jump off of a roof in heels. I was like kicking butt. I felt like a Blade. Like I was dressed up like in a black trench coat and a bikini, and I was like, this is like sexy Blade. All I know is that the mayor was a horny asshole, and like I had to take over the city.
Like it's funny when you bring up the sexy Blade thing. You should have recreated the scene, and I don't know if you know about this. And we talked about this on the show. Was the scene when Blade was laying there, and when they filmed the movie, he wouldn't open his eyes, so they CGI'd his eyes open, like for the scene, and it looked weird. And I was like, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, you should have redid that. Like instead of you, like you're laying there and it's like your tits aren't out, but instead they CGI the tits there because like it's a direct knock off of Blade 2 when he fucking did that.
Big old some juggers, I don't know what the word, how many 800 terms for boobs there are, but.
So Anna, of course, with conventions and all that, like, do you do a lot of conventions like Exotica and everything like that?
I definitely used to, and I don't anymore. It's really intimate and it's really hard keeping like a Barbie-like face when people are asking you weird questions. Like your hotel, like everybody knows where you're staying because the convention's at the hotel. So people are like I had some guy kept coming by and like giving me $100, and I was like, I'm only selling pornos. Like my pornos are not $100. Like I don't have change for this. He's like, no, meet me upstairs. So after like $600 and $700, I was like, can you just take it back? Cause I'm not gonna, I don't even like, I'm an actress. I don't even like fucking half the time. Like
you could have gave it to me. I would have met him upstairs. Like he's just sitting there laying it. He's laying
there. You go.
He's ready to go. And the door
and then
is open. I'm like, what's up, daddy?
And then you just walk in.
Like a sexy blade.
Yeah, dressed like sexy blade with my eyes closed, but I have my eyes open, painted onto my eyelids like Jeff Hardy.
That would have been. I missed you, man.
Like so it's weird because we went to our first Exotica back in December, and it was the one in DC, and it's weird because like you go, and as soon as we got there, like I have the bladder of a 5-year-old, so I have to piss all the time. So as soon as we got there, I was like, I need to pee.
Right.
So I walk in and I'm in the bathroom and I'm looking around and I'm sitting there, I'm pissing and I'm looking at the toilet and I'm like, I wonder how many men came in here and after meeting, started they like and just dropped the load into this toilet.
I wonder why this floor was sticky.
Yeah. And I'm like, I wonder how much and I mean, I can imagine that it's just weird. Like someone walks up to you and they have a photo of you holding your asshole wide open and they're like, can you sign this? But can you sign it where your asshole is open? That's where I want it. And it's like, and you're just kind of like, you're flattered, but also you're just kind of like,
it's kind of creepy.
All the photos I have, you're going to have me sign this. What's the weirdest thing you've ever had to sign?
Probably somebody's like sweaty, nervous t-shirt like on their body, like the fans, like I'm not a fan of much, but like they are like super fans, like, like fuck sports. Like they're like, oh my God, Angela, oh my God, like whoever, and they're like trembling and smell like tequila and vodka and like shame because they jacked off in the bathroom. They're like, can you sign my shirt? I had a fan like lick the side of my head while I was signing something one time. Like I'm down and like just like they got closer and just like
can I help you?
Yeah. And you don't want to be mean to them. Like in real life, if I was not at a convention, I would probably just exercise my blades. But
you just do the bodyguard smacking Brittany out of the way. You just
smack Brittany. That's what I would do. But at a porn convention where all the fans are on the same level of like horny, nervous, like I can't like Brittany slap someone. So it's just like I have to like internalize and like be like, ooh, yay.
Like, I mean, that's crazy because Exotica, like they have so much, like, of course, Bad Dragon, shout out to Bad Dragon. They have all kinds of crazy toys. Like we were there and we literally saw someone with a toddler sized octopus tentacle dildo and they were holding it like this.
Like a baby.
And they were holding it like a baby. And they walked by and me and Matt looked at each other and we're like, that's going inside of somebody.
Yes,
like that is literally going inside of this. So I think this year, like last year, it kind of like broke the mold a little bit for us. Like we didn't do a lot. This year, we're gonna like talk to the people. Like if we see someone with that toddler, we're gonna be like, hey, so you bought this. What exactly is going to go down with this octopus, tentacle that you have here? Because we need to know. Like, so yeah, it's gonna be so fun. So if anybody sees us at Exotica in New Jersey, I heard that's the one to go to. Make sure you come over, say hey. We'll throw up all the content. We're going to do that. We're going to get into another one. We're going to get into one of our fucked up articles, which this one is, let's see. So where's the one? So let me re-look it back up because I lost that article, man.
It came up.
All right. So there's an article that I saw of an Iowa man. He has 70,000 pencils and they're being evaluated as a possible world record. So like, imagine like I've never it's almost like I've never seen $70,000 in person. So I don't know what it looks like. I've seen pencils.
You never seen 70 grand?
But I've never seen 70,000 pencils. Like, what do you do with seven? So let's say, Anna, you have a boyfriend and like you're talking to someone you're dating, you haven't been to his house yet. and then you go to his house, and he just opens up this door.
His
And
collection.
it's his collection.
70,000
pencils. Yellow school pencils, unsharpened.
If you ever need
And
anything
it's
to
like,
write on them, you got you.
yeah. These are my pencils. And it's like, at that point, like, what do you think at that point with all those pencils? Like,
I don't think that would be the weirdest thing I've seen in some guy's closet. So I would be a little concerned for their mental state and our relationship. I'd be like, maybe I'll just suck him one more time and then maybe two more times. You know, it won't be a relationship. But yeah, it could be worse. 70,000 pencils is not as bad as like 15 like full live sex dolls.
wait, have you seen that?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Oh, please. So wait, so someone had 15 full life sex dolls.
It was a guy I was dating. I finally, like, you know, you go to the house after dating for a while. I finally went in his closet one day and I just kind of saw a trail of like girly things. So I was like, oh, he's got bitches. There was
Were
like
the dolls hanging on hangers?
Oh,
Like
no.
you're
it
just
was like
pushing
a
the dolls on.
closet, like a U-turn, and on the front side it was like his clothes, and then you start seeing girl shoes, so you turn the corner, and there was like 15 like bitches just hanging in the closet, like
hanging in there like fucking meat.
Wow.
Like you know how in Rocky he's punching the meat in the freezer? It's like that, but with fucking sex dolls.
Right.
Like
I think you just met a
They were like-
serial killer. That's
it was options. There was like a Puerto Rican one, and I was like, okay, you got a whole like, you know, at least it was. He had a rainbow of dolls. He had like
you sit there like you're in the closet, you turn around, he's standing behind you, and he's like, have you ever imagined being a doll? And it just at that point it just turns into
there is a movie like that.
Yeah.
There is a movie. I can't remember what it's called, but there is a horror movie like that.
Oh Jesus.
I'll have to go on my OnlyFans.
So the article here says Aaron Bartholomew of Colfax has been collecting wooden advertisement pencils since he was a child. Now he claims to have more than 70,000. That's substantially more than the current Guinness World Record for the largest. What do they just give the most random shit world records? Like for the last largest recorded pencil collection of 24,000, held by Emilio Arenas in Uruguay since 2020. So it
He's
says,
just a pencil hoarder.
what's that?
He's a pencil hoarder.
Yeah, like I mean, imagine that, like you go home and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna hook up. We're gonna do this in my pencil bed." Like I feel like everything made out of pencils. Like he has like a pencil like license plate holder. Yeah.
I'd respect him more if he did things with a pencil. Like if he did have like a pencil couch and like a pencil bed. But I imagine that they're just like stacked up like in a closet or something.
Yeah, they're just neatly stacked in the closet. And it's just like, oh, it's like you go around the corner and you just see a dead man with like 16 pencils stabbed into his abdomen from him crossing the sky. You're just like, what the hell is this? Like, well, he crossed me and I had enough. Like, imagine like if like you had to sharpen all this. Like, I feel like that's like a punishment. Like they put you in a room and they make you sharpen these pencils until you cannot take it anymore. Like I think after the 50th pencil, I'm jamming one of those into my eye and hoping it goes into my brain and killing me instantly.
Like Buffalo Bill, it sharpens the pencil and puts it on the wall.
It sharpens the pencil and it writes the lyrics to the poem. It sharpens the pencil.
It was probably that guy.
Yeah, and it might have been Poetry Guy. That's what it might have been.
It might be Poetry Guy. I believe it. I would 100% believe that's him.
I thought it was bad that one time at our job, me and my coworker, we would just randomly, every time we would go into a customer's office, we would take one of their company pens and we would put them in like a little container just to see how many we would get. And we ended up with about like, I guess 50 of them. And our boss found it in our work truck. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And we're like, that's our pen collection.
See, that's how it starts.
That's
how it starts.
What is this? And then I saw 70,000 pencils. I'm like, yeah, I don't feel bad about that anymore. Like, I don't.
Your 50 pins, it's not bad.
So Anna, if you were to collect something and try to break a world record with collecting something, what would you say it would be?
I I did want to try to break a world record for taking the longest bath. I collect bath bombs.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, I looked into it and it's like not medically good to stay in the water longer than a certain amount of time. Like it physically starts to break down your skin and shit and blah blah blah, death, whatever. So I didn't do it.
You literally turn into a prune. That's what happened.
Yeah, I guess like the longest shower I think was 3 days, and they consider it like a torture method. So there's something wrong with me. Try it.
So what's the most badass bath bomb you've ever gotten?
Honestly, recently, Lush made the Super Mario cube. It's a cube like this big, and there's some. It's the question mark cube, and there's something inside. And I really fucked up. I should have bought like 4 of them, but I only bought one, and it's like I'm not gonna use it. I'm just gonna like stare at it until it.
Yeah, that like now what was inside? Was it like figures or was it like another bomb? Oh, so you don't know. You just bought it as a collection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't do it. It's gonna ruin it.
Just imagine like you buy those and they advertise in there like Mario, Luigi, Bowser.
Cute.
You're just like you just don't want Bowser, and you buy 4 of them, you put them on, and they're all Bowser. And you're like, yeah, oh yeah.
Bowser's pretty cute though. I wouldn't mind getting a little Bowser.
Now, what about a like Mario parody? What about something like that? Like you like invite over like a bunch of people dressed up like toads, and like toads, like little toads, and you're just the princess. And like I don't know if you've seen the new movie, but like the princess ended up in like the land where like all the little toads were, and it's just like the toads are like, oh, so you're here now, huh? All right, well. Now you're going to learn how to be a toadstool by seeing our toadstool.
I did dress up as Mario and Luigi one year for Halloween, and some guy got like super pissed off and like ripped off my mustache. So yeah, he was like offended that like hot chicks were walking around with their butt cheeks out wearing mustaches. So he like ripped off my mustache, and then I don't know, I just I didn't dress up as it again. But I would definitely, Halloween is like my month of fun. So I would definitely, but I wouldn't be the princess. I would definitely be Luigi.
Yes, that is definitely me. I grew up with horror movies. Of course, my tattoos are all horror. I have a Friday the 13th whole montage on my back. So Halloween is our jam. Me and my wife went to Salem one year for Halloween, and that was really cool. Salem, Massachusetts. Last year we did. Have you ever seen Matilda? The movie.
I love Matilda.
Yeah, she did what's her face? She did Miss Trenchbowl in the athletic outfit, and I did Bruce Bogtrotter, which is the kid that had the cake with the all over his face and all that. So, and everybody they were confused, they were fucked up because if she wasn't around, they didn't know what I was. Like people thought I had shit on my face. They asked me if I was eating ass. Like,
they thought you did a custom from OnlyFans.
Yeah. And then like my wife comes over and they're like, oh shit, you're the cake kid or whatever and all that. And it's like, well, yeah, like why would, but I used actual cake and actual frosting. And when people were kind of like confused on what it was, like I could, if we were in a very busy bar and you could just see the people part like that, because I think they thought I might have legitimately had shit on my face. And I was just kind of, well, I have no problem getting over to the bar.
Next year's Halloween costume. Next year's Halloween costume.
So what was your favorite? You said you like Halloween. So what was your favorite costume that you've ever done?
The costume that never made it. I dressed up as Anoxalumunat from The Mummy. She's like the girl that had all the paint on her and like you couldn't touch her. And for whatever reason, I was going to a Halloween party in LA and it was raining and the traffic was just like insane. And I never made it to the freaking club. So I was like, we finally got to like sunset at like around 2 o'clock in the morning. And like, it was like a citywide thing. Like the city was just like stuck that year. And so we just like got out of the car where we could finally find parking and just smoked some weed and bought a bottle and like we're there. And my costume, I was just like outside and some girls walked by and they're like, I guess you're just naked. This like, they're just like, oh, I guess naked is a costume. And I was like, I'm a fan of this movie, bitch. Like
what you should do. Have you ever seen Return of the Living Dead?
I think I have. It's a zombie movie.
It is. And there's a character in that. It's a zombie and she's naked the entire movie. And I was like, that would be a good costume. Like you can dye your hair red and you just make yourself look like the zombie from Return of the Living Dead.
Ironically, I just was a zombie and I was fully covered in blood with white contacts and the fake.
Is that what
blood.
that was from your Twitter? Like I saw that on there.
Yeah. I don't know why people would think if I was injured like that I would be like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. You never know the way this world works. Like we live in a cell phone camera society where everybody's like, hey, I just lost a finger. Look, I'm on my way to the hospital.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
No, I'd be dead. I'd be like, my wig wouldn't be on if I was really injured. I'd be like, fuck this. No, I'd lose all character.
So Anna, are you a fan of roller coasters? Are you a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you ever got on a roller coaster and it malfunctioned, would you panic or would you just kind of go along with it?
So I've thought about this many times, like doing things like riding planes, roller coasters, whatever can like cause instant death. And I'm like, you know what? I would give myself a few minutes to like not panic, just like calm down because I'm usually high when I do these things. So I'd probably be calm anyway. And then after a couple of minutes, I'd start being weird. Like, if we're gonna die, can I fuck someone? Please, like, can I?
The person next to you, you're just kind of like, you're next to a random person. You're just like, hey, you're getting fucked right now, and it's just like, okay. Like, yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a way to go out.
Like say less.
Yeah. Say no more. It's just trying to get there. Like it's one of those like things that comes down over you that like has you restrained. You're just trying to like wrestle your clothes off.
I didn't think of that. Oh man, because those things lock. those things mechanically lock. So yeah.
The reason I asked that is I came across a video earlier in the week of a woman that was at Mall of America and she got a ride and it malfunctioned and it just constantly spun and spun and spun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show it up on the screen. So we can just go ahead and see it and we're going to get the reactions from everybody. Is that what it was? Like, I don't think it broke. I think it was just, I think it naturally did that. And she just ended up on the ride. So here, let me hit this. Like this was it right here. So you can see her. Like, look, like it's literally going. Like, look.
Oh shit.
Like it's literally like I don't know what's going on.
Oh, she's leaning the wrong way. You got to lean the other way.
Yeah.
She's helping. It's her fault. It's spinning. She's helping momentum right there.
And she's still like, I feel like that's putting more into the ride than what you paid for. Like, sign me up for that version of the ride. Like,
yeah, that one's unfortunate because she has no idea how to like.
Yeah,
it's just that one malfunction.
I feel like this is when Dumbo learned how to fly for the first time.
It's like a teacup ride. Like if you lean into it, it'll spin you. It'll fuck you up.
Yeah, and it's funny because it looked like she was spinning before it even started. Like, I mean, at that point, at what point are you like losing your lunch? Like with that happening? Like that's insane. Like
if I was on that ride, it's just like, well, how long are roller coasters anyway? Like barely a minute. Yeah. Like I'd be okay because I'm about that life. But if I was when I got off, I'd secretly like dismiss myself and just like.
What do you think was the worst roller coaster that you've ever gotten on?
The Cream Scream. That's the one that just like goes up and just drops you. It's like free fall. There's no roller. It's just
We had at Adventure World. It was called the Tower of Doom, and that's what it was. So there was one I did in Vegas. Me and my wife went to Vegas, and we went to the space Vegas,
Yeah.
and they have rides. People didn't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. There's rides on that fucker, and there's it's a scrambler, and it goes off the side. And my wife was like, "I'm not."
The one that goes off the side of the building.
Yeah. We did the one where it literally it goes up like this, and then it drops straight down, and you're looking at the ground, and then it goes up, and then it goes down, and then it goes up, and then it goes down. I'm like, this is where I perish. Like this thing is gonna break, and we're just gonna plummet to the ground. And it's gonna be like what I used to do to people in Roller Coaster Tycoon when I was a kid. Like spend hours making a roller coaster and then not finish it and watch everybody just fly off the tracks.
You know, I used to love roller coasters until I watched that movie. I think it was Final Destination.
Yes.
And then after that, I'm like, nah, you know what? It's just not worth it.
I can't try.
You fucked up escalators for me.
Oh,
yeah.
That fucked up.
That fucks up a lot of shit.
I
can't even drive behind like a big load of like lumber.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
I'm gonna go over here.
I drive a delivery truck for a living, and I get that a lot where I end up behind one of those. I put on my signal, and I just swerve over, and I'm like, "Not for me, dog.
This
not for me."
before.
I'm not doing. Pornstar dies today from fucking a log to the face.
Yeah, Pornstar dies by getting impaled by numerous logs at one time.
Log to the face.
Extra. It's like there's no way.
Why? So Anna, what we're going to do real quick, we play a series of ads on our show. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a quick break. So if you want to hop up, use the bathroom, get something to drink, we're going to take a quick break, play some ads, and then when we come back, we're going to get into our game segment. So we're going to play a series of games. You still got a good amount of time to hang out?
I do.
Okay, cool. So we're going to play our ads. We're going to take a little break right here on YouTube Live, and we'll be right back, and we're going to get into our game segment when we return right here on YouTube Live.
Hi, YouTube.
Which one?
This is Miles Sean, and you're on the Happy Hour podcast.
Derek Sharp, the owner of Curtain Jerker Designs, who does an amazing job. I'm blown away every single time, and his speed that he has getting everything back to us is immaculate.
Hit up Derek with Curtain Jerker Design.
Look no further than Curtain Jerker Designs. Make sure you hit up Derek.
Derek Sharp, man. Hey, just want to say thank you for the posters, all the hard work you put into, man. We really appreciate you, man.
A shout out to Derek Sharp from Curtain Jerker Designs. Yo, dude, just want to say, this poster, off the hook.
Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I want to give a big shout out to my man Derek over there with Curtain Jerkers Designs.
If you are looking for the best graphics, the best designs, look up Curtain Jerker. I do.
Curtain Jerker Designs. That's who I use for any of my graphic designs, and you should too. Thanks, Curtain Jerker Designs.
Big old shout out.
Here I go now. Blast off, about to leave the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm gone. But don't blink, you might miss it. Mode set to launch. Higher, 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 higher. Kicking and smoking, spitting fire. Say what you will, call me a liar. Don't believe me, look in my eye. Gotta suit up for a showdown. Give me that kingdom, hand me my crown. This is my time, I've waited long enough. I'm taking my moment, don't matter how it was. No regrets, no matter how hard it gets. I'm going for greatness.
Hello, my name is Bubba Almany. I am a bodyguard who has been in the security industry for over a decade. My team and I offer a variety of security services that cover all aspects of security operations. We have secured some of the highest profile clients and largest events in the world. Should your situation require armed protection, we have the ability to carry in all 50 states and U.S. territories. Not only do we have the latest security equipment, we also have world-class training. We look forward to assisting all of your security needs by bringing you the finest and most dedicated security personnel available. From the Office of the President of the United States to local county and state dignitaries, my tactical dignitary protection officers are the tip of the spear in this extremely competitive industry. Let my highly trained staff protect the asset today. We can be contacted via the email and number below. Thank you.
This is Sarah St. Clair, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're here on YouTube Live, and we are live with Anna Foxxx, and we're going to get into our game segment. So we're going to start it off with our newest game, which is Superfight. So Superfight we've been doing for a couple of weeks. So Anna, pretty much what it is we have 2 decks of cards. One is a person card, one is a power-up card, and one is a weapon card. And what it is those 2 cards fight against each other. So first, what I'm going to do is, of course, we do this in teams. So Anna, out of myself, Matt, and Socrates, who's not seen, who do you want to partner with for this?
I'm going to go with my not seen buddy, because I can see you.
So she's going to go with Socrates. All right. So now there's 2 decks in this. Do you want deck 1 or deck 2?
2 decks.
So you want deck 2. So you guys have a giraffe wearing a tinfoil hat and a space suit. So a giraffe wearing a tinfoil hat and a space suit. And he's going to fight a pirate that has vertigo, but is armed with a puppy musket, which I have no idea what a puppy musket is. What a musket and a musket gun is, but I'm not sure if it's a puppy that fires musket or a musket gun that fires puppies. Like, I'm gonna assume that it's a musket gun that fires
Well, what
puppies.
kind of puppies are there?
So,
if it's like a Great Dane, that could do some damage. But if it's a dachshund, that ain't gonna do shit.
I don't want to be the musket that fires puppies.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is, this is where the live stream comes in. What we need to do is we need to argue out our side on why we think our side would beat the other. So Anna, you and Socrates are going to tell us why you think a giraffe wearing a tinfoil hat in a space suit can beat a pirate that has vertigo, that's armed with a puppy musket.
Right. Let me see if I can do my John Madden analysis here. If the pirate has vertigo, he's not gonna be able to shoot the puppy musket straight.
He's got vertigo. As soon as he looks at us,
he can just fall up and kick you from the air. So you ain't fucking with that giraffe. I think we got this.
He's scared. Yeah, he's got vertigo. Once he looks at us, he's just gonna fall over, and his puppy musket or musket puppy, whatever it is, isn't gonna work.
And a musket is highly inaccurate.
It is,
Yeah. I feel like he has vertigo and it's going all over the place.
We got a double whammy.
That's almost like kicking over a thing of fireworks into a crowd of innocent civilians and they just fire all over the place randomly. Like, it's kind of almost like friendly fire at that point. But I don't know, because I feel like we're fucked, because these are randomly drawn out of the deck. That's the way we do all of our games.
And he's a fucking pirate, so he's probably drunk.
Yeah, so I feel like the things are working against us, because loading a musket gun.
He has vertigo.
He's drunk. He has vertigo.
It's a puppy musket. So if he's firing puppies out of a musket gun, it takes long enough to shove that little stick down there and to put a little piece of metal in there, much less if you're trying to shove a puppy into the gun with the stick or whatever. So all right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it up to the stream. So whoever's in the stream, tell us whether or not you think a pirate that has vertigo armed with a puppy musket is the winner, or whether or not a giraffe wearing a tinfoil hat and a spacesuit is the winner. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of time to marinate on that, and then we'll come back to the live stream to find out who the winner of that is. So the next game is a game called Extreme personal question. So it has two random questions on the card, question A and question B. You don't know what either question are. So you're going to choose one question for yourself, and then you're going to choose any one of the other hosts to answer the other question randomly. So do you want question A or question B?
Well, because my name starts with Anna, I'm going to go with A.
Okay, so you're going to go with A. And then who do you want to choose for B?
Yeah, I'm A.
Who do you want to choose for B once we get to B?
I'm going to choose your buddy sitting right next to you.
All right, so you're going to choose that. All right, so question A is, what happened the last time you felt that you had to pretend that you were sober?
Oh, I remember. What happened the last time I had to pretend I was sober? I don't remember why I was injured, but I took a pain pill and then I went in the pool. It was 4th of July. And my friends, when I got to the pool, they're like, let's drink shots. And when I took the pain pill, I was like, I'm not going to drink liquor because it says right there, do not drink alcohol.
You can do it, but
Here's 2 shots. So I get on a floaty and like the pain pill and the shots like hit me like, and I was like
a different dimension
on a floaty like this. And I had some like strawberry sunglasses on, like they were little strawberries. And I was like, if no one's gonna know I'm fucked up because I'm on the floaty floating, I'll just float, I'll let it pass, I'll get over this. Act cool. But like my friends are photographers and shit. So they were taking pictures and I got like photographic evidence of me like in a mini K-hole in the pool.
So what was the floaty that you were on? Because I know there's all kinds of crazy. Please tell me it was like a gigantic like swan or some shit like that.
It was a gigantic swan. It was a pink swan. It was a swan. So I had space to just like lay there, and I was like, no one's gonna question this because this is what
you're just death gripping it while you're laying there. You're like, it's all right. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I had the meat sweats, and I was just like.
All right, so question B, this is Matt. And what's funny is I saw this question and I have an awesome story for this, but Matt, she chose you. So the question goes to you. What has been your most embarrassing fart ever?
I'm so glad I chose A.
I know, geez, man. Well, I'm a man, first of all. I don't get embarrassed because I fart all the time. No, but it's always got to be that fart that you think you just kind of, you're around a bunch of like either an attractive woman or, you know, even your buddies, you know, and then you're just kind of inching it out, but then it kind of turns into a shark. You know, that's always the most embarrassing ones because you're like, oh, it's not gonna, and then you panic and you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. So it's always those.
It's a good thing he's wearing.
It happens. It happens.
I'm gonna tell mine because it popped into my head.
I know.
Our old host Mike. Shout out to our old host Mike. We used to work together, and we were on a delivery one day, and I'm laying on the floor putting something together, and I feel a fart coming, and I tell him, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to squeeze out this fart. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anything serious. And I blow out the fart, and it's on a wooden floor in this old church, and it ripples, and it's the loudest. It sounded like the alarm that goes off for an atomic fucking bomb.
Jeez.
And it's loud, and you hear one of the
set off the organ and shit.
Yeah, you hear someone in the church go, "What the hell?" And I look over at Mike. And he has tears coming out of his eyes because he's about to break, and then he just breaks. And if no one knew I farted before, they knew once he broke what happened. Psycho, you said you had one for that as well. So what's yours?
Yeah, I think I might have told the story here, but before MAWF show one time, I ate a bunch of Taco Bell and drank like a 32-ounce Mountain Dew, and I was wrestling that stiff bastard Buzz Striker, and he clotheslined me, and I farted and I shit myself in the ring. Fortunately, I was wearing black tights, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah,
God, man,
the Sure West Garden.
Oh Jesus!
See, it happens. We just shit ourselves.
And in our live stream, so someone said, Pirate can use his cutlass, the kneecap, his cutlass,
the type of
to
sword.
kneecap the giraffe. And then someone said, a giraffe with a space hat with a cry face and a smile. So for everybody in the stream, when you get a chance, just say pirate or giraffe on what you think the winner of this is, and we will decide that. We're going to move on to our next game, which is Never Have I Ever, which is 3 random cards drawn out of the deck. I have not seen them myself because they're all face down. And then we'll come back to the stream and ask you and pressure you guys to answer these cards for whether or not it's a pirate or a giraffe. So we're going to get into Never Have I Ever. So Anna, if there's anything that you've done, if you have a drink, take a drink, or just raise your hand. If you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, we're not going to hate you for it. So,
something that I feel like you need to explain. Never have I ever has never done me good.
all right. So the first one, and this is probably going to be one of almost anybody in this, is never have I ever sexted. I think
dude.
almost everybody here.
I did that on the way in here.
Yeah. Matt was sexting me on his way here. Like that. So I don't think any of that needs an explanation. So the next one is never have I ever flashed my boobs to get out of a ticket.
I actually have not done that because my titties are not threatening enough to get out of the ticket. Like I need some bazonk. Like I need some like I can't be competing with a cop that's going to give me a ticket. Like he's like, so what, bitch? We've got the same bra. Like I need.
Yeah.
I might ask a friend.
how many times have you gotten out of a ticket? Like because I know my wife. Like my wife gets out of tickets all the time, and I'm like, well, I mean, you're female and you have breasts, and I mean that's probably why.
My problem, I never got out of a ticket because I'm usually like I've been pulled over a handful of times, and each time it's after a scene, so I don't look like this. I look like this destroyed. So they're like,
the cop walks up. You still have a load on your face, and he's just like, are you okay, miss? Like, no, it's fine. I had to leave my place of employment a little bit early. You have a little bit of something.
I rushed out of work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never done that.
About being sexy when I get pulled over, I'm like, because I like to consider myself a good driver. So if I get pulled over, I'm like, God, no, I fucked up. It's the worst thing in the world. Was I going 45 and a 35? It's like I'm just guilty.
And I feel like if I do that, I'm just probably gonna go to jail immediately.
Yeah.
I can't. Most it's predominantly males, so I'm like, hey, buddy, I'll give you unenthusiastic hand job in the back seat.
I'm 10% eye contact. That's all I got.
Ball in a giggle stick. Well, I get out of this ticket.
Right.
And then the third one is never have I ever knocked a tooth out from drunken debauchery.
No. Surprisingly,
I'm in wrestling, but
I've done some wild shit.
Yeah.
I have chipped my tooth. Is that?
I
haven't knocked out a tooth.
You haven't knocked out a tooth. I've chipped a lot of my teeth.
I was drinking it was just out of a glass like bottle, and I think I was nothing stupid I was doing. Someone I think bumped into me, and I chipped my tooth.
I almost had my tooth.
I'll drink just because.
I almost had my tooth knocked out. We used to. About 10, 12 years ago, we did a show called Happy Hour TV. It was the same kind of thing as this. It was on local access, and we would go out and it was kind of like reality. And we were on a bachelor party one night, and we were just recording stuff. And someone decided that they were going to face check me with the camera. And they literally with the camera, you just see the camera hit my face, and it hits my lip into my tooth, and my lip just explodes everywhere. And I'm just like, yeah, this just happened.
What is that?
Got face checked with a camera. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the stream. Okay. So we see 3 people, 1, 2, 3 that say giraffe. So giraffe so far. So 3 people. So I knew we were screwed from day one. So and people keep on. There's more coming through. There's more. So unanimous. It is giraffe across the board. So Socrates
Giraffe found a tailor and got a spacesuit made for I don't know how tall giraffes are, but that giraffe is crafty and smart. This pirate is drunk and has vertigo.
Yeah. There's a lot of disadvantages to there. Yeah.
So it is unanimous. Giraffe wearing a spacesuit has won. Superfight for this week. So Anna and Socrates are this week's victors in Superfight. And then what we're going to do, we're going to get into our game, which is our most famous game on this show. It is a part of our HHPod Rumble, which every June on our anniversary, we bring back 30 former guests and we play this game in a Royal Rumble elimination style big episode. And the winner, you may see the replica of one of the championship belts that I won. We have a belt maker make a custom championship for the person who wins the HHPod Rumble. Shout out to Jupiter Jetson. She won this year. Johnny Goodluck was the first winner back in 2022. So this game is called Incoherent. So we're going to show a series of cards on the screen that are in drunken lingo. You need to sound them out and try to figure out what they say. They have 2 hints on the back. Some people do very well at this, and then some people, their brains literally shut down the second they see the card. So I'm going to go ahead and get these ready, and then we're going to go ahead and play Incoherent. So let me just go ahead and go in and get these cards ready, and we will show them on the screen. Where did they actually save? Okay, there we go. I saved them to the wrong folder, but it's okay. I found them. So here they are right here. So we're going to go ahead and pull up Incoherent, and we're going to rock and roll. So what do you think this card says?
Or verb order.
Oh, you kind of said it, and you said it without knowing that you said it. So a hint is a scooter. Kind of like a scooter.
Herbager.
An overpriced scooter
Hubbub, or I don't even know how to say that. Order. Hubbub. I don't know.
Order.
Isn't that thing that like the animals that eat vegetables, a herbivore or whatever?
No. It's something hilarious. That like probably every little kid had under their Christmas tree.
So these were hot in 2020, but also these were really big in the Back to the Future movies. Yeah. Marty McFly wrote it is hoverboard. Yes, it is hoverboard. All right.
There's a lot of TikTok videos, people busting their ass.
So what do you think that card is?
This one is a fucked up drink. That's what it sounds like. Jerry, Barbie. Oh no, I don't want to drink that.
Yes, sir, I'd like to order the gin dairy feel bar tea.
I want my gin with some dairy. I need some milk in my gin, all right? Yeah, bring those titties over here and add a little bit of milk to this gin now.
Juice, not
right. Yeah, you're not ginning and juicing on that.
All right, one of the hints is pink or blue.
A gender reveal? That doesn't make sense though.
You got the first two gender reveal. For soon to be parents to rake in more gifts.
It's a get together. You just with your Barbies.
What is it called? Damn it. I haven't been around people that had babies in Ohio. It's a gender something. I don't know. A bar mitzvah?
Well, you got gender reveal right. Gender reveal are the first two words. There's a third word. What do you think that is?
Gender. I don't even see how they got gender from this. Gender.
What does Barbie like to do?
So from this
part,
from
what does Barbie like to do?
That part is what you need to figure out.
A gender reveal party.
There you go.
Party.
Barbie, let's go party.
That was hard.
This one. What do you think that one says?
I don't even know what the fuck that says.
Sugar daddy.
Oh, okay.
A sugar daddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sugar daddy, which the hints were sweet father and someone you are seeing primarily due to the financial support they provide you. It is sugar daddy. Now, so imagine this, Anna. So for those of you watching, if you're watching for the first time, the HHPod Rumble, we play this game. And what we do is we do it in 30-second intervals. So you have 30 seconds to answer that card. If not, you're eliminated. You get one save throughout the whole thing. So that's what we do. We invite back a bunch of guests, do that. So that's every June on our anniversary. So of course, this segment is called Ode to Humanity. So we finish this segment with Cards Against Humanity. Have you played Cards Against Humanity?
I have, just to stir shit up,
Okay, so you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, we can't have cards in front of you on the show. So what we do is we do Cards Against Humanity roulette. So what we're going to do is we're going to read off the face card, and then we're going to give you a random number between 1 and 8 or 1 and 6. The roulette style, choose the answer. If you don't like the answer, you get 2 rebuttals to choose another answer. So this one is a double card. So we're going to do one from you and then one from Socrates. So this answer is 2 words. So the first one is, well, if blank is good enough for blank, it's good enough for me. So Anna, random lucky number 1 through 8.
I'm going to choose 6.
6. All right. All right. So 6. Socrates, what about you?
Let's go 3.
3. All right. So 3.
Sorry. I got it.
All right. So you guys came up with, well, if Batman is good enough for explosions, it's good enough for me. Are you guys satisfied with those answers? Or do one of you or both of you want to rebuttal?
It's kind of hard because Batman does go through some explosions. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to change it because Batman is pretty fucking good. So I think I'm like
Batman.
I don't think anybody has a problem. Does anybody have a problem? Are you guys Team Superman? Okay,
I
think
love Batman.
I love Batman.
Batman is one of my favorite.
Do you want to
DC
hold
guys.
with Batman?
I think I'm gonna hold with Batman.
Oh, so
It
you're
could
gonna
get
hold.
better, but I'm interested.
Socrates, do you want to hold with explosions or do you want to rebuttal?
I think I'm good with explosions.
You're good with explosion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it? Batman goes through it.
Now those other cards will now go into next week. So now we have another round. This one, let's see what this face card is, Matt. Of course, all these cards randomly drawn out of the deck. So this card is, why do I hurt all over? And this has one answer. So Anna, choose a random number between 1 and 6.
I'm gonna choose 1.
1. Okay. Oof. Why do I hurt all over? Matt, you want to read off what the card is?
A botched circumcision.
I would imagine that's why you would hurt.
That would hurt all
That
over.
is exactly why you would hurt all over. I don't think I'm gonna rebut that. Oh my god, a bot.
That's Batman bar mitzvah right there.
So are you going to hold with botched circumcision or do you want to choose a different card?
No, I think that's a good reason to be hurt all over.
Okay, cool. So that finishes up our Ode to Humanity segment, and that finishes up our game segment for this week. So what we're going to do, there's a game that we also play. It's called What the Fuck Is That Food? So we have a friend. I know him through pro wrestling. He's in a wheelchair. He doesn't really have much movement, and he makes food in his air fryer. And we never know what the fuck it is. And he started doing this gimmick where he would post them on Facebook and not say what they are. And we all just kind of guess of what the fuck is that. So I started doing it here on the show. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show a picture up here on the food, up here on the screen. And you're going to guess what the food is. You're going to name it. And you're going to tell us whether or not you would eat it. So just go ahead and get this ready. We'll get it up on the screen and you're going to tell us what the fuck is this food. So there we go. So there's that right there. So Anna, what do you think? What is that?
What is that?
I know what that is because I just had it today. It's an English muffin.
I don't know. It looks kind of small for an. I feel like it looks eggy. It looks very eggy because you see the little like crumb part. Like there's some sort of weird particles here. That's either garlic or cheese.
Wait, it's a waffle with something on it.
Oh, maybe it's
an Eggo waffle with some shit on the top.
That may legitimately be shit.
It's a shit
that,
waffle.
like that looks like that could be mouse poop.
It's a
like right there.
I'm gonna go with that is air fried foreskin.
From a box circumcision.
From a box circumcision.
So So
I call it the blue waffle.
The blue waffle. I feel like that this is his attempt of an egg bite. Like I feel like this is an egg bite that may have been cooked on a waffle iron. So Anna, would you eat whatever this is?
Because I can't tell what the fuck is on top of it, I'm gonna say no.
And if you were to name this, what would you name it?
Fucked up Eggo waffle.
Fucked up Eggo waffle. I feel like that a fucked up Eggo waffle is right because we don't know if it's a waffle or an egg or a bagel or whatever.
I can see the Eggo square on the left side and the top kind of left.
Oh, yeah. Oh, holy shit. That's a good find. Yeah. That is so there is totally something on that waffle.
I don't know what the fuck is on top. Is that it's not cheese?
Yeah, like it's definitely not cheese, but we also have whatever
butter
evidence. Yeah, whatever this evidence is right here. Like, and then like he butchered this plate with I don't know if it was taking this or if it's because his paraplegic arms just couldn't operate. Like I don't know. Like this plate, like I feel like this thing looks like it was drug across this plate, and it
drunk Eggo.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. That is what the fuck is this food for this week. So Anna, with everything that you have going on with your career and all that, like what do you have anything coming up, like anything big? Of course, you have like the Barbie movie coming up. Like, is there anything that's like kind of like in talks, like a Mario movie or the zombie movie you were
What's your
about?
next
Like
movie?
is that coming up?
Yeah, it is. It's funny because it's just a scene. They went all out for the scene. Like I kept thinking it was a movie, but no, they just wanted to fuck me up extremely. So I got pressurized blood to the face like 4 times because like we cut open a zombie and like the Addams Family, the blood had to squirt. So I don't know why. There were other people that got squirted, but when it was my turn, the blood was thicker and it was harder. So it was like I have a clip of myself getting blasted in the face by this blood, and it smacks me so hard on this side of the face that it like knocks off my eyelashes. And if you can kind of see it happen. So
in slow-mo and it's just
but I kept my face straight because I knew that we had one take. Like I was wearing a white jacket and I was like, I can't turn my face or not like be in the camera shot. So the whole time I was trying to get the camera, and I'm blind. I wear regular contacts, so my eyelashes and my contacts were gone. And then I had to have sex in fake blood rain. And I thought that was gonna be super cool. It was not cool at all.
I was about to say that sounds super fucking cool, and then you said it wasn't cool, and now my heart's broken because
it looked really cool. I was very happy to look cool, but like I don't know. I don't walk around in the rain often, so you like underestimate like this shit is like in your eye, up your nose, like you're getting waterboarded while trying to fuck. And
you look like Carrie. Like you ever see the movie Carrie?
It was very much giving Carrie, and my fingernails are still stained red, and it's been days.
Oh, Jesus,
that's wild.
Like your fingernails look like that you survived a murder. Like you scratched your murderer like to survive. Like,
that's what I felt like. And I went to Del Taco because like we filmed it from 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. So I went to Del Taco or Taco Bell, whichever one I went to. And like I'm in the car and I'm like, there's that picture that I posted on Twitter, there's like blood all over me, and I'm like, hey, can I have a Mexican pizza?
It's like, dude, you better not fuck up the order.
Yeah. Did you see all this blood on my face? This will be your blood. Fuck this pizza up. Now, the funny part about this, and Socrates can contest to this too. There's one of our best friends in the wrestling business. His wrestling name is Blood, and there will be times that we would go to wrestling shows. They would do a hardcore match, and blood would get busted open in the match, and he would clean himself up, but he would still like kind of bleed a little bit, and it would dry up on his face, and we would go to Sheets and like get food. And he would go there with his wrestling gear still on, like pants with like meat hooks and all that, like designed into like the pants. And he has dried up blood on his face ordering his sandwich, and just the looks that we would get from people while he's in there and ordering his sandwich. Not to mention while he's eating his sandwich and little blood fragments are falling off, marinating the sandwich as he's eating it. So, and of course, we're going to go ahead and let you get ready to go in a little bit. We're running a little bit over an hour. One thing that we did last week, and I'm not sure if you will be down for it, would you be willing to do an OnlyFans promo code for anybody who tunes into the episode? Like whatever you want to do for it, and we just go, hey, this is the promo code to put in, and you know that they basically were like, hey, we saw you on the Happy Hour podcast.
Yeah, like if whoever watched this, like a discount or something to sign up to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, like something like that. You want to do something like that? Okay, so what will be a good code word? I guess a good promo code for your OnlyFans to say, hey, we came from the HHPod.
Probably something with Foxxx in it.
What about, let's see, what have we talked about tonight?
Foxy giraffe.
What? No, giraffe. People will misspell giraffe like crazy.
Yeah, you know.
What about
a circumcised fox? No.
What about
Giggle Fox?
What about Ego Fox? Since she had Ego Fox, so that's going to be simple. The promo code. So you need to watch the episode. Get the promo code Ego Fox, and whatever Anna wants to offer, whatever kind of discount, whatever it is, that will be a promo code from the Happy Hour podcast. Ego Fox will be, and that's EGGOFOXXX, Ego Fox, for her OnlyFans, and that will get you a discount from watching the Happy Hour podcast.
I like that.
And,
it almost sounds like military jargon. Like.
EGGO.
Echo Anna Fox.
All right, and Anna, where can everybody find you?
Usually if you have internet and you type in Anna Fox, you might see some type of hole. Follow me on OnlyFans at Anna Fox, or Playboy Centerfold at Anna Fox, and anywhere else that you just type shit in, Anna Fox.
What about do you have Instagram? Because I remember I could not find you on Instagram.
Yes. So I've been deleted like lucky number 7 times. I do have an Instagram. It's what.did.the.fox with 2 X's say. So what did the fox say?
Like that.
Nice. I need to get with you after this and find that. And that's exactly why I strayed away from Threads, and I looked around on Threads for like 3 hours, and I was like, this is all influencers, and there's not one tit to be seen in sight on Threads. And I left. I was like, I'm out. See you later.
My Instagram, which is Meta, and I already got deleted 7 times from that, so I don't think I'll have any luck on Threads. Like, I have nothing to promote but sarcasm and tits. So
so there you go. Make sure you find Anna. Anna, we're gonna go ahead and let you get out of here. Thank you so much for coming on to a random what the fuck show of a podcast. It's not your normal podcast. We kind of just go with the flow. Before you go, we're going to continue a little bit more after you leave. Before you go, would you be able to do a plug for us for the show?
Yes. What do I say? What do I do?
All right. So let me pin you real quick.
What can you do?
And, yeah. Your acting expertise. So, however you want to word it, just say, hey, this is Anna Fox, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Gotcha.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Anna fucking Fox, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
It's perfect.
Anna, thank you so much. We appreciate you for coming on the show. We have to have you back somewhere down the line, even if it's the kind of thing we often kind of go all over the place and bring people back just to guest co-host and hang out. So even if you want to do that somewhere down the line, we'd be more than willing to have you. And I'll be in contact, also send you out a t-shirt. We have about 35 different t-shirt designs. I'm super backed up with that. So if I don't do it right away, I apologize. It's a lot because of all the guests we have, but I'll send you a link, choose whatever design you want, and I'll get you a t-shirt. The only thing we ask So if you post a photo on it saying, hey, this is me in the Happy Hour Podcast t-shirt. So
I can do that.
awesome.
All right.
Anna, thank you very much. We'll be in contact. Of course, this will remain on YouTube Live once we conclude, and I'm going to be breaking this up into various snippets over time. For however long, various segments, various this, that, another. So we're going to go ahead and let Anna get out here. Anna, thank you. We will catch up very soon, and we're going to continue on for a little while longer here on YouTube Live.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Hi, you guys. That was fucking fun. I had a great time.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. See ya. All right. So we're going to keep on rolling here on YouTube Live. Of course, before Anna came through, we got a little bit into here, Psycho, if you want to slide this way, we got a little bit into the chaos that was Socrates being senselessly ran over by a train that had it out for Socrates. So, Psycho, where you have that photographic memory? Where did we leave off? Like, do you remember? Like,
I think it was right after I got to the hospital. They shoved the catheter in my dick. Good times, good times. And then I had to get an enema. That was fun because I couldn't shit for 8 days because they had so much pain meds.
Oh my god, dude, you could have died like
dude. My stomach was like about to explode.
Lisa Marie President.
Bam, bam.
Yeah, you could have done a Lisa Marie. Like,
you know what the worst part was though about the catheter? The best day in the hospital, I was eating breakfast.
Oh, you had a best day in the hospital?
Did.
I didn't think the best day in the hospital would ever be a quote I would ever hear someone say.
I was eating breakfast one morning and I was listening to the new Ebony album on my phone that had just come out.
Okay.
And this cute nurse comes in and she's like, "Oh, you like the Ebony Affliction? I love them." And I was
can you remove this catheter out of my dick?
I was like,
just touch me in some way.
I was like, oh fuck, she likes Ebony. She's like, now we got to talk about music and stuff for a while. And then
please tell me she blew you while you had the catheter still in.
Well, later that day,
because I'd be down to watch. Did you record it? Because I would watch that.
She did give me a bath because I couldn't, bathe her some time. And later that day, I had to shit, and she wiped my ass for me.
Oh, okay.
So that was a good time.
That's nice.
But the bad part is, I still had the catheter in so I couldn't jerk it for like another week. So I had to keep that in the memory bank for like another week until I could finally get the catheter out.
Nice.
And I was like so tentative after I got the catheter out. I was like, I didn't want to like come out and ask like, hey, how long after you get a catheter out should you wait to masturbate? Because I hadn't jerked off in like a month because I was immobile. I could barely move. So I finally jerked off and I was good. But
like when you jerk, so you're in a hospital, you jerk off in the hospital.
32 days. I went without masturbating.
Oh Jesus!
32 days.
Like I can barely go a day.
Right.
Like I
Good
mean,
thing I'm old now.
Yeah. Like I mean, when you guys piss in that toilet, it's not only meant for piss. Like that downstairs toilet is victimized so badly, like it's insane. But no, like it's the kind of thing that when you masturbated in the hospital, where did your seed go? Like did you use like the little piss tub?
No,
like, the bedpan that McMahon got hit with, like that's what.
Oh, that would be good. Well, they gave me a clean pair of socks every day, so you know what those were getting used for.
Say you masturbated for the first time in the
32
hospital,
days,
and you used those comfy socks that they give you.
And yes, I thought about the cute nurse that wiped my butt after I pooped.
Okay.
And she liked the Ebony Affliction.
Okay, so you were constipated for 8 days.
I was.
You had a catheter in your dick.
You know what the best part was though? I was actually talking to Mike, our former co-host, Mike Blair.
I can't believe how you said my best day in the hospital, and then you were like, you know what the best part was? Like, I don't think I've ever in my life at any point went, you know what the best part of my hospital stay was? Like,
after you jump off a bridge, it's nowhere to go up from there.
Yeah. You only went down. The only way you went up was via that helicopter when they airlifted you out of there.
So it sounds like you want to jump and get hit by trains more often.
Yeah, I have to make a habit out of it now. But no, just to finish off the whole thing real quick. After I got out of the regular hospital, I had another minor incident. So they sent me to Shady Grove Mental Hospital in Rockville, and there were some interesting characters there. There was this one kid, right? The whole time I was there, he was praying the whole time, but he would yell when he did his prayers. But he also had the Bubba Ray Dudley stuttering gimmick. So I would get up to piss at like 3, 4 in the morning, because he was like 2 rooms down from me. I'm just here, God. I'm like, God damn it, is there another bridge around here somewhere?
Socrates is like, I need to get out of here. That reminds me, I was telling one of my coworkers.
And the morning that not to cut you off, but the morning that I was leaving, he was on the phone, and I find out why he was there because he was threatening to kill his mom.
Oh,
that was why he was there. But
I'm gonna kill you, mom.
Exactly, that's what it was. But there was no cute nurses there though, so it wasn't as fun.
Like
you just have a bunch of nurses that look like Miss Trunchbull.
You're gonna go
here. I'll wipe your honey.
You're gonna go to the chokey while she's choking you. Like you're gonna go to the chokey. You're just like you're killing me.
But no, I was talking.
You wanted to die. I'm gonna put you there.
When I couldn't shit for 8 days, they gave me 2 enemas, and I was talking to Mike, and I finally
shit your brain.
I finally shit. I was so happy, like I didn't even ask for the bedpan. I was just like, you know what? I'm not even waiting. I'm just going to bed, and I'm gonna lay here and marinate in it, which I did. But what happened was I shit so much that I got a urinary tract infection, so they had to put me on an IV for like 3 days because I had a UTI.
Wait, you said you marinated in it. Did you get the UTI because you marinated in it?
I think
the head of your dick touched the shit. Like it fell into the Black Sea. Like your dick fell into the Black Sea. That's what happened.
Here's what I think. I started the catheter in, and I shit so much that maybe somehow some of it got into the catheter. So yeah, it was.
You were injecting your own penis.
It was a Tuesday because I was watching NXT, and like suddenly I got very hot. I was like, nurse, I think I have a fever. And they checked me. They're like, yeah, you got a UTI. I was like, fuck my life. A bridge, a catheter, and now UTI.
They're like, sir, we can't shove any more shit into the head of your dick. Like you've done enough of it yourself. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
and speaking of the enema, like I feel like when you were describing the enema, like they just like bring in firefighters, and the firefighters just shove a fire hose into your ass and they just let it rip.
You know what it felt like? Like honestly, the enema wasn't as bad as the catheter. You know, like those paint rollers you use when you're painting the wall. It felt like they shoved a paint roller in my ass. I don't know why, but that's what it felt like.
I love
know what it's like to have a paint roller in my ass. I
love Jason's response. Jason said in the thread, and Psycho, I'll never forget as long as I live the story of a stripper calling Socrates Psycho Trees. He said, "You're awesome, Psycho Tease." So you're teasing the world right now, Psycho Tease. That's your new nickname for the show is Psycho Tease. Like Ray is coming live this week with Psycho Tease.
I know it's funny. Like the nurses, like they ask you in there what you want to be called. I was still doped up on pain meds. So instead of Mr. Coffee, I just said High Priest. It's like the next morning, the one male nurse came in, and I was still fucking on the pain meds because they were giving me the log. He's like, High Priest. I'm like, wait a minute, where am I? Am I at a show? What am I doing here?
That's me, bitch.
Yeah. So they just call me Priest. They just call me Priest the whole time.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's pretty much that was pretty much the incident. I mean, it was good times. I should do it more often.
So Jason did ask, he said, how did you get rid of it by a train? So I'm guessing he was asking, how did you get hit by the train? So he might not have seen the beginning part.
I mean, not to kayfabe, but the train didn't actually hit me. It was like this close.
I feel like the story is better.
It
if
does.
the train hit you.
Like that.
You're now
it adds to the legend.
Now stronger than a locomotive, and your name is Psycho Tease. That's like I'm never gonna let go of that now. Like that's just the way it is. And then Jason asked in the thread, "What is your favorite tattoo?" So we all have tattoos. So I guess we will start with Matt. Matt, what is your favorite tattoo? He says, sorry, I'm using Google Speech and it didn't print out right now. Sorry. Well, our favorite tattoo now. Yeah.
I only have the one tattoo.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah, I guess it's my favorite tattoo.
I guess it would have to be.
It would be my one and only tattoo.
What about your Socrates? Is it the one that says Socrates?
No, honestly, I'd have to say it's a tie. Like, I mean, this one just because it's my mom's initials that I got when she passed away, but also the Megadeth one because when I think I told the story when I met Dave Mustaine, he looked at it and he said, "Nice tattoo. Did you get it in prison?" Because it looks like magic markers.
Yeah, I think mine. I have a lot, and there's a lot of tattoos I like. But I think by far my favorites are the ones that are right here, the one for my dad and the one for my dog that had passed, mainly because like I don't have a lot of tattoos that like mean something. So those are the only ones that I do. And you know, so those, yeah. So that's that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap here on YouTube Live. Again, thank you for everybody who tuned in. Thank you to Anna Foxxx.
Shout out to that nurse that was wiping my butt. If she's listening, let's get together, baby. Come on. I'm healed now. I can walk.
Anna Foxxx was fucking awesome.
Oh,
We will definitely have her back sometime in the future. Of course, next week is a double shot. We do these every so often. We get swarmed with guests. So next Friday, we will be here live on YouTube Live. And our guest is Taylor Sinella or Taylor Sinella. I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Taylor Salmonella.
But it will be Taylor Sinella. She will be joining us here on the show. And then Sunday will be Baker Grace. She's a musician, so she's going to come on, probably be really damaged and never do a podcast ever again after coming on to yes, she's
like, I don't want to play
instruments. So
music has died.
So anyways, of course, I'm Ray. Either way, you will see me on Friday and Sunday. Matt, Socrates, whoever the fuck else will be with me next week. That's who will be here. Of course, you will.
I did want to add real quick before we go.
Yeah.
That bump that I took off the bridge was still better than any bump Butch Hess ever took in his career.
So with that being said, this will conclude our episode this week here on the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, I'm Ray, Matt, and of course the one and only, the unbreakable Socrates. Hopefully we can have him back a lot more, and he doesn't get ran over by any trains or anything like that. Like if anything gives you a will to live, it will be jumping off of an overpass and being rolled by a locomotive and surviving to tell you it's not my time to go. Like, so anyways, this is
I was so happy when they gave me like some baked fish and some tuna. All I wanted was some big fish and some tuna, man. I just jumped off a bridge and got hit by a train, man. I hadn't eaten for like 48 hours, Good times.
Baked hospital fish.
Honestly, it's pretty good. The tuna was surprisingly moist.
How many times have you looked at a hooker, Socrates, when your tuna is really moist? Your tuna is surprisingly yes.
Oh God.
So this is the Happy Hour podcast. We will see you guys right here next Friday live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, same place, same time as always. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on social media. I always tell everybody, if you have a hard time finding us, go over to www.thehhpod.com. That's where you can find all of our content. Make sure you go over, hit the shop, buy some merchandise. Your boys don't get paid for any of this. We're not monetized yet. Well, we're monetized on Facebook, but they said our content isn't our content isn't able to be. And I'm like, well, why'd you monetize us? Like, this is counterproductive. So but anyways, this will conclude our episode. We will see you guys next time right here on the Happy Hour podcast. All right.